Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday Yoga with Eva. We'll be starting in about a few minutes, maybe a minute or two before everyone comes in. If you are ready for the class, you can start in a child's pose. You can have any props you like, having blocks, blankets, pillows, nearby straps. Never know what I'm going to use. So just having it all ready next to you, and once you are prepared, just come into a child's pose. People come in. All right, so we'll get started. I would like to have your knees apart, sitting on your heels, and then slowly lower yourselves to that child's pose if you're not there yet. You can have your hands ahead of you, so stretching them out in front of you or bringing them around and having them rested around next to your legs. Either way is fine. Head is down, forehead resting on the floor. In your child's pose, we're going to take about 10 breaths. So every inhale, you want to feel your belly expanding and pushing into your thighs. And you also want to feel the belly, your lower back moving a little bit on the inhale. And as you exhale and release everything, feel like you're sinking a little bit deeper down towards the mat. So 10 breaths like that, trying to even them out. So they're long and even. Try to go for at least 4 to 5 counts each. And just simply breathe here. And all of us take another 2 breaths. And then slowly, if your hands are next to your hips, reach them forward. Maybe lift up your forehead, look where you're reaching with your hands. Try to stretch as far forward as you can. And then once you reach as far as you can, slowly roll back down towards the mat, your forehead touching the ground. This time we're going to be active through the hands, stretching gently. Let's stay here for 4 breaths. Your forehead can be on the floor. If you prefer looking where your fingers are reaching, feel free to do that as well. And then we're going to slowly look up on your next inhale and walk. As you exhale, walk your hands towards the right side. Keep reaching. Again, the arms are active. And then stay here for 4 breaths. Go as far as you can to the right side. You can be gentle and kind. Don't pull any muscles here. On your next inhale, look up again where you're going. where your hands are, and exhale, walk your hands through the center to the other side. So towards the left. Once you reach as far as you're comfortable with, you can lower the head down. Make sure that your hips don't leave your heels. Keep pushing down, especially through that right hip, so don't let it lift up. You want to feel gentle stretch through your arm and arm around the armpit area. Last 2 breaths. And inhale, lift up. Exhale, walk your hands back center. And then reaching far, as far as you can do that. I want you to slide, keeping your belly and your chest down towards the floor, and then come on up into a tabletop. So here, we're going to do 3 rounds of cat-cow, simply inhaling, pushing the tailbone up, lifting through the forehead. As you exhale, pull the belly button in, tuck the tailbone under, look down. 2 more times, go with your own count of breath. Then coming back to neutral, we're going to add on to this move, but we're going to start moving your whole body this time. So making sure that you're comfortable in your wrists. If you need a break, take it. So right here, I want you, as you exhale, I want you to round your belly and then push yourself towards your heels. As you exhale, and as you inhale, I want you to pull that belly button towards the spine, just reaching down towards the mat, and come on up. That's an inhale and exhale, round again. So you're adding now movement throughout the whole body. Inhaling, coming back up. One more time, exhale, reach, sit back, then inhale, lower down, elbows to the floor. And stay as you exhale in a rounded back. Let's reverse this move. So here we're going to inhale, pull the belly down, elbow arm bent, and then push yourself back. And as you exhale, finish that circle here. So here we're inhaling, pushing the tailbone up, belly down, elbows bent, push yourself back. And exhale. One more time. Inhale, keep those elbows tucked in. Push yourself back. And exhale. Beautiful. Bring your knees together. And then gently push yourself onto your heels. We're going to sit here. We're going to curl our toes under. But if at any point this becomes too uncomfortable, feel free to just come back down onto top of your feet. We're going to just simply circle here our shoulders one way and then the other, at least 5 to 6 times. Keep your toes under, keep stretching into the bottom of your feet. Beautiful. We're going to open wide. Exhale, hug ourselves. 2 more times. Open, push the chest forward, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, round, stretch the other way. 1 more time, keep your toes under if you can. Exhale. And then gently releasing those hands. Push her forward into that tabletop. Uncurl the toes. Gently move them around. Maybe you roll your ankles. Beautiful. And this time we're going to open the knees wide, keeping the toes touching here. Back in the tabletop. Your elbows, your wrists, and your shoulders in one long line here. We're going to inhale, using the right hand, twisting open towards the right side. That's an inhale. And exhale, bring it back down. 2 more times. Inhale, twist. Exhale, come down. One more time, inhale, twist. Exhale, this time we're going to slide the hand under our left hand, reach. Keep those hips high, reach until your shoulder touches the ground. Stay here. Hips are high, still above your knees. On your next inhale, if you would like, you can inhale, reach the left hand up. And you can keep reaching forward towards the ceiling, or you can bend the elbow behind your back and twisting open through the shoulder. Another 2 breaths. On your next inhale, reach the hand back up. Exhale, bring it down to the ground. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, push yourself out and away from that. Inhaling, reaching the hand up. Exhale, come back down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. And then the music. So getting ready. Inhaling, the left hand reaches up. Opening as far as you can. Exhale, bring it back down. Go again. Inhale, reach. Exhale down. Inhale one more time, reach up. And this time, exhale, slide the hands through as far as you can reach. Shoulder comes to the ground, hips are high. We'll stay here for a moment. And on your next inhale, you can reach the right hand towards the ceiling and stay there. You can bend the elbow, bring the hand behind your back, twisting open through the shoulder. Breathe. On your next inhale, reach your hand back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring it down to the floor. And inhale here, and as you exhale, push yourself up. And over towards the inhale, towards the left side one more time, and exhale, bring it down. Sit back in a child's pose. And then slowly come on up. We're going to bring the knees together. We're going to place the elbows on the ground. Spreading our fingers wide. Your elbows and your shoulders once again under each other, lining them up. Same as your knees and your hips. Curling the toes under. We're going to spread the fingers as wide as we can. Push the forearms into the floor. And then lift the knees off the floor. Let's hover here for a moment. Pull in the belly button. I want you to traction the whole forearms forward, like you're trying to slide in, but they're glued to the floor, but you're still trying to slide forward. And then slowly straighten those knees into a dolphin pose. You can paddle the feet here. Pushing them one down, one heel at a time, or both at the same time, your choice. And slowly bring the knees back down to the floor. Sit back in a child's pose, stretch it out. On your next exhale, we come back forward. Elbows on the floor. Curling the toes under, pulling that belly button, hover the knees. Keep pushing the forearms into the floor and somewhat forward, traction them forward. And as you exhale, straighten into those knees. From here, we're going to straighten our elbows. So keep pressing into your palms as you do one at a time into a downward dog. If you need to move anything, move your feet back or forward, whatever feels good. And as you exhale, Shift yourself forward into the plank. Pull the belly button in, hold. Squeeze your glutes, reach the heels back. We're gonna tuck in the elbow on the next inhale. We're gonna shift our weight forward, tuck those elbows in, place the knees down if you like, and slowly lower to the ground. Uncurling the toes. Inhale into a cobra or upward dog. And then slowly exhale into a downward dog. Maybe bring your feet a little closer together. And as you inhale, lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Exhale, we're gonna bend into the knee. And then opening to the side. Hold it here. Last breath. And then you close the knee, bring it under towards your chest. Hover here for a moment. And then place the foot forward. So do it slow with control. You're gonna place the knee down, uncurl the toe. Shift your hips a little bit forward, but make sure your knee and your ankle in front are aligned. And then inhale up into a low lunge. Hands can be up. You can do a little bit of back bend. You can have your hands down on your thigh. 2 more breaths. So really sink the hips forward, feeling the stretch in the front. Beautiful. Now we're gonna go all inhale, lift up. And then for some of you who want to really do a little bit more work here, curl the toes under and lift the knee off the floor without using the hands. So some of you can put the hands down and lift the knee off. High lunge. Exhale, hands come down to the floor. Big step it back. And then spread the fingers wide, push back into that downward dog. Bring those feet closer together again. This time left leg lifts. And then bend the knee, open the hip to the side. 2 more breaths. Closing the hip down, bring the knee under, shift your weight forward, hover here for a moment. And then press the foot forward between your hands. Knee comes down, and curl the toes. Push your hips forward towards the front of your mat. Align your front knee ankle before you come up into that high lunge, low lunge. Again, you can add a back bend with your leg here. You can have your hands on your thigh. Another 2 breaths. And from here, you're inhaling arms up. Or if you exhale, place the hands down, curling the toes under, lifting the back leg up into a high lunge. Exhale, hands come down. Step your foot back into the plank. Inhale, shift your weight forward, elbows locked in, knees down if you need, lower to the ground. Inhale into that cobra. And exhale into a child's pose. Try to slow down your breath. If it's sped up. And then slowly on your next exhale, push yourself onto your heels. Bring the knees together, curl the toes under. And then push yourself up onto your toes. Try to keep your heels touching. And then slowly straighten those knees, forward fold. Relax your body. You can hold on to your elbows. You can do gentle swaying side to side. And then releasing the hands to the floor. Bend into your knees. And as you exhale, come on up into a chair. Send the bum back. Hands can come to your heart. And on your next inhale, come all the way. And exhale, hands to your heart. You're going to bring the arms up. And as you exhale, interlacing the finger, exhale to one side, side bending. Inhale, back center. Exhale, side bend the other way. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale through the center. Exhale to the right side. Releasing the fingertips, bring the hand down by your leg. And stay here for 3 breaths. Feeling the stretch. On your next inhale, you're going to come to the center. Interlace the fingers. Exhale to one side. You look up into the top arm, releasing the left hand down. Let it climb down by your side. Reach 2 more breaths. Make sure you're pushing both feet into the floor evenly. And on your next inhale, coming back to the center, bring the hands together. Exhale, hands to your heart. We're going to inhale one more time. Both arms come up. And as you exhale this time, we're going to twist. So one hand reaches, your right hand reaches back. Inhale, bring it back up and center. Exhale, go the other way. 2 more times. Inhale through the center, arms come back. Exhale, center. Inhale, center. Last one. Inhale through the center. Exhale. Inhale through the center. Exhale. Beautiful. Last inhale through the center. Exhale, hands to your heart. We're going to walk ourselves to the front of our mat, if you know that. All right. From here, we're going to lift through the left leg up. So left knee reaches up. Bending into the front leg. I want you to step your foot back and turn the toes out. Maybe shimmy your foot a little bit further back, making sure that your front knee and ankle are aligned. You're pushing the outer edge of your back foot into the mat. You're sinking deep into that warrior two. Inhale, both arms come up. Looking over that front leg, front hand. Making sure your back hand is as high as your front. So look back, look front. Tuck in the tailbone, pull in the belly button. Maybe you want to sink a little bit deeper, so push your back foot further. Last breath. And here we're going to exhale, place the elbow onto the thigh, reach over. If you want to use, we're going to try to bind behind our back. So if you want to use your straps, make sure that you can grab it. Okay, so we are reaching here. Make sure you're sinking down into that hip. And on the next exhale, bring the top hand behind you. Reach down through. Maybe have the strap in that hand. Reaching through the right hand under that thigh. Grabbing the other hand over your strap and twisting open. If this is too intense, feel free to just stay in that side angle or right angle. Last 2 breaths. Really push the chest open. pushing the shoulder blades together behind your back, or that left one towards the right one more. And then releasing that, coming back up into warrior two. Straightening the front leg up. Maybe walk your back foot a little bit closer. And from here, we're going to reach forward. Reach as far as you can. Keeping both legs straight. And then side tilt. Hand can go on top of your shin. If you want to block, you block it either in front or behind. We'll breathe. Once again, keep pushing the chest open. Hand can reach up or be behind your back. Bent elbow. Whatever feels better. Last 2 breaths. And then inhaling here, exhaling, coming back up. Bending into the front like warrior two. We're going to windmill our hands back forward, turn on your toes, reach for the floor. And from here, we're gonna step the back foot forward. So really push yourself forward, step the foot together. And then as you exhale, see if you can pull yourself gently towards your left. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, straighten the back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, bend your knee. Exhale, come into that chair again. Hands to your heart if you like. Keep your knees slightly apart. Don't let them come here. Keep them apart. Right above your ankles. And then as you inhale, come all the way. Little back bend. Exhale, center. This time the right leg lifts. Hold it here for a moment. Bend into the front leg. And gently weight forward. Step the foot back slowly with control. And into a warrior two. So once you figure out your feet and legs, you can bring both arms up. Again, back hand is as high as your front. Tuck in the tailbones, pull in the belly button. Outer edge of your back foot is pushing into the mat. Two more breaths. And whenever you get ready, bend the front elbow and place it on top of your thigh. Reach over, feeling long through that right side. Reaching over. Don't change your leg, simply side bend. And whenever you get ready, bring that top hand behind your back. You can grab that strap again. And then left hand is reaching under your bent leg, under the thigh. Using the strap or no strap. Try to bind your hands behind. 3 more breaths. Keep pushing the chest open. And looking up towards the ceiling. And then gently releasing it all to the ground. And exhale. Come back up into a warrior two. Front leg stretches, straighten the knee. Maybe walk your back foot a little bit closer. And we're going to shift your body weight forward again, keeping everything straight, all your knees. Hips are pushing back. Once you no longer can go forward, side bending. Holding onto the shin, or the hand is in front of your foot or behind, or on a block. All different options. The right hand is reaching up, or you can bend the elbow, place it behind your back, and pushing open through your chest. Keep actively pushing the outer edge of your back foot into the mat. It's like you're almost trying to lift through the inner arch of the back foot. The last breath. I'm gonna inhale here. Stretch the hand back out, and as you exhale, come back into the warrior two. Bend it into the front leg. We're gonna twist the toes forward, hands back on the ground. This time we're gonna step the forward foot back into our plank. We're gonna inhale, shift our weight forward, elbows locking, lower down to the ground. Inhale into an upward double cobra. Exhale into a downward dog. From here, we're gonna walk our feet towards our hands. You can walk or you can jump. If you feel like you want to jump today, take a breath in here, and as you exhale, you can gently pull yourself down towards your legs. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, straighten those backs. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale through the center. Beautiful. You're going to do some balancing pose. So I want you to get comfortable. Sometimes you have to come off the mat. Whatever you need to do. We're going to work today on our eagle pose as a balance. So we'll start with our legs. So I want you to ground through the left foot as much as you can, and then gently bend into that left knee. You're gonna cross the right leg over, and then we try to hook that foot behind that calf. If it's not available, don't worry about it. You can either keep the right foot hanging in the air, or you can gently tap the toe to the ground. All I want you to really think about here is squeezing those inner thighs together, like really, really hard here, no matter where your foot is. Pulling down belly button, then deepen that, bend into the left leg, straighten your backs. You're gonna bring the hands to a T. We're gonna bring the right hand under the left, and twist those hands around each other, and as much as you can, try to keep your back straight. So don't do this. We try to be here and hold. Straight back. Simply balancing on that left foot, pulling that belly button. Squeeze those inner thighs, 2 more breaths. And then slowly unraveling the hands to reach out to the side and straighten that knee like comes off your knees. Same thing on the other side, so take a moment. And then ground through your right foot as much as you can. Bend into that knee, crossing the left leg, and again trying to hook the foot behind or tapping the toe on the floor. Squeezing inner thighs. Straighten your backs. Don't lean forward, pulling belly, hands come to a T. Now the left hand reaches under the right. Wrap them around each other. And bring, pulling the belly. You can bend into that standing line a little bit more. Two more breaths. Slowly bring the arms back side, straightening that right leg. And cross it. Release. Alright. Let's face the front of our mat. We're going to make our way down to the ground, to the floor. So inhale, both arms come up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, slide in front of straightening the back. Exhale, lower down, hands to the ground, step your feet back. Inhale, elbows locked in, knees can come down. Shift your weight forward, lower yourself to the ground on an exhale. Inhale into that cobra. And exhale this time into a child's pose. On your next exhale, push yourself back up. And then elbows locked in, lower yourself to the ground. And then we're going to back bend here. So I want you to push your pelvis into the floor, squeeze your glutes here. We're going to bend into that left knee. And then try to grab it with your left hand. If this is too difficult, you can always come onto your side. Lift up and then slowly lower down to the ground, whichever way is comfortable. So pull that heel down towards your hip. And then you want to push the inside of your top of your foot into the palm. On the next inhale, so push the top of your foot into the palm and lift up. Keep pushing the palm, your top of your foot into the palm, and try to lift that knee off the floor and lift the upper body. 2 more breaths. And don't let the other hand help you lift. It's just there next to you. And then slowly lower down. Gently releasing that leg out. And come next to your side. Resting the forehead on the floor. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Reaching for the top of our right foot with our right hand. Pull that foot first down towards your hip. And whenever you get ready for it, on your next inhale, you're going to push the top of your foot into your palm. Lift the knee and lift the upper body. Don't let yourself push on that left hand. You can even lift it, making sure it's not working here. 2 more breaths. Slowly release. For the next one, we'll attempt to do it with both feet. So if this is not available to you, you can just simply come into, let's say, cobra or a swing and just hold it here. But if you can, grab both of your feet together and then bring your knees together as much as you can. All right, on your next inhale, push the top of your feet into your palms and then come on up. Hold and breathe. Three more breaths. And slowly lower down. Releasing one foot at a time slowly. Bringing your hands next to your chest. Inhale, and as you exhale, push, rounding the back into that child's pose. Bring your arms next to your hips, or next to your legs, and relax here for about 5 breaths. And next, exhale gently. Push yourself up onto your hips. Hard work. All right, let's come on to our Now actually let's lower ourselves down to the ground and make sure that you have your block and your strap nearby in case you need it. So whenever you're ready, roll gently to the floor. You're gonna pull the right knee towards your chest and then gently stretch the leg out towards the ceiling. You can use the strap to hook your foot into it, or you can just grab behind your thigh. Try to relax into your shoulders no matter where you're holding on. Pulling that leg towards you. I want you to really push the heel towards the ceiling, toes towards your face. If you would like, you can have the left knee bent on the ground if this feels better for your lower back. Pull that leg towards you a little bit more. Beautiful. And then turn the knee out. So keep holding onto your foot. Turn the knee out. And then pull that knee towards the side, towards your armpit. You can grab your foot on the inside or outside, or your big toe, half a baby. Breathe. How about 3 more breaths? Making sure that your knee and your ankle here are aligned. So don't have the knee close to your hips. Try to lift the heel up towards the ceiling so it's a nice straight line between your knee and your ankle. And then slowly pull that foot towards your hip. So pull it in towards your groin. So try to place the foot inside your, sorry, move on the floor, left groin. And then pull the knee down towards the floor while you're holding on to your right foot with your left hand. Right hand can just rest. So we place it in and then push it down. Feeling the lovely stretch through the inner thighs here. Making sure both hips stay on the floor. And then slowly releasing that. Bending into our left leg. You're gonna place that right foot underneath the left leg. So again, heel touching your glute. Keep that foot on the floor, knee to the floor. And then see if you can bring that right knee towards your chest. And gently pull it in. You can also use a strap to do that. So this time the heel is touching your right or left glute, or in between while you're pulling in the left knee. And 2 more breaths. And then gently releasing that from the floor. Slide the leg and from under. Cross the knee, the ankle over your knee. And this time we're gonna let the left knee fall to the ground. Right foot touches the ground. I want you to gently pull that knee towards your chest or towards the floor with your left hand. Last breath. You want to feel stretch through the outer hip. And then releasing that knee, bring the leg back center. And stretch the legs out. Sit with bones straight now. Take a noticing difference from side to side. And then pull gently the left knee towards your chest. Again, if you prefer to have your right foot on the floor, it's easier for your lower back, so feel free to do that. Whenever you get ready, you can hook that left foot in the strap or just stretch it out, holding on to the thigh. Pulling that heel towards the ceiling, toes towards your face. Feel that intense stretch through the back of your leg. Don't lock your knees, have them gently, gently bend. A micro bend in your knee. And you're reaching through the heel up. Pull that leg a little bit closer towards the back wall or behind you. One more time, pull it a little bit more. Push the heel up towards the ceiling. And then simply turn your knee out and pull it down towards the floor, towards your armpit, outside of your armpit. You can grab a big toe or inside, outside of your foot, whatever works. And you want to align again the knee with ankle. About 3 more breaths. Make sure that your other hip is not going with you. Keep both hips on the ground. And slowly pulling that foot towards the center of our body, towards the right groin. So you can unhook it from the strap. And then place the foot inside of your groin and let the knee pull out. So you're holding on to your left foot with your right hand, pushing the left knee towards the floor, stretching. Make sure that both hips are staying on the floor. Relax your shoulders, last breath here. And gently releasing that leg. Bend into the right knee, place the foot on the floor. Bring that left foot close to your hip. Push the heel to the ground and the knee to the ground. And now we're going to bring the right knee towards our chest. Keeping the left knee towards the ground. So keep pulling it down while you're pulling in the right knee. Another 2 breaths. And slowly releasing the foot to the ground. Right left ankle over the right knee. And let the right knee come to the floor. Left foot is on the ground. You gently grab that knee, left knee, and pull it down towards the floor. But be kind and gentle. Feel the stretch on the outer glute. Another 2 breaths. And gently releasing that knee. Relax back center. And bring both knees towards your chest. Gently rock side to side. And then releasing the legs to the ground. So we're going to finish with Shavasana now. I can suggest for you a few options. You can place the block under your hips on whichever height you like, or pillow, just so your hips are slightly higher than your heart. And you can keep your knees bent, or you can take about 5 breaths with your feet up in the air before you lower them down to the ground. I will do that. So I'll take 5 breaths with my feet up. Or you can finish against the wall with your feet up the whole time. slowly lowering feet back to the ground. And you can keep them. Feet on a mat, you can supported bridge and finish like this. You can stretch them out. You get a little bit more stretch through your front of your hips. Or you can just lower yourself to the ground into a Shavasana pose and corpse pose. And just breathe here. We'll stay here for about 10 breaths. So trying to make your inhales longer than your exhales. Upregulating breath to give you a little bit more energy for the rest of your day. So your inhales are deeper than your exhales. We'll take another breath. A longer inhale followed by a shorter exhale. We're going to slowly remove any props that you have. Or if you're against the wall, just come away from the wall. And we're going to take a long inhale, bring the arms up and over towards the back wall behind you. Nice long stretch. And as you exhale, turn to one side and taking a breath or two before you push yourself up to seated. And once you get to seated position, closing your eyes, straightening the spine. We'll finish with 3 breaths in through our nose, out through our mouth. And you can add the hands to it if you like, or you don't have to. So take a deep breath in through your nose. And let it all out through your mouth. Thank you so much for joining me this Tuesday. I hope you feel good. And I'm wishing you a great rest of the beautiful day out there. From my heart to yours. Namaste. I'll see some of you next week. Back to yoga. Have a good week ahead. Thanks for joining. Bye.